Gear and Graphics with Tar Heel Property Group on the car as well. Danny Sams the third, the 24D. This is the 21P, one of our locals out of Cobble Hill, British Columbia. Welcome in Robbie Price. Robbie Price in the Saratoga Motorsports Park, Shark Racing Engines, Malahat Auto Wrecking Riders, Automotive and Marine, Calgary Mining and Exploration, number 21P. He was the 2019 Dirt Cup champion, and Robbie Price. Sneaking in behind him, Camden Robustelli is in the house. Camden Robustelli in the 27C from Medford, Oregon. Hard Rock Tops, Jim Nelson, Bigfoot Dwarf Cars, Tom Light Trucking, JMB Racing, and Sheep Shape Farm for Robustelli. Car number 1M comes from Kenai, Alaska. The driver is Alaska Mike Brown. BMR, Champs Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, L&J Enterprises, sponsored car. Brown in the 1M. Behind him and rolling in on him out of Lamora, California, the 2K is Gabe Garcia, Monarch Ford, Dawson Malton Construction, Legacy of California, Keith Day Trucking, and Crown Limousine, sponsor the Keller Motorsports 2K. Hot Lap Group number 1 also featured from McLarenville, Australia. That is Scott Boguski. Scott Boguski is in car number 78 from McLarenville, Australia, and he ripped the fastest time of session number 1. He'll KM score him as the 35. Following him on the Speedway, you get a look at one of our locals. Had a good weekend last weekend here at Skagit Speedway. Driving car number 66 out of Arlington, Washington is Brett McGuy. McGuy is in the Pit Stop Laundry Services, Schaefer's Racing Oil, Pacific Performance Coatings, Bob and Mary Reynolds, CSI Construction Car. McGuy, former Sportsman Sprint Car Champion. That's our limited sprint division here at Skagit Speedway. Out of Everett, driving the Anderson Racing Enterprises, DeYoung, Don Ott, Smith Titanium, KTC Chassis number 24. It is Tyler Anderson. Tyler Anderson is in the 24 car. Anderson, a competitor with us, has made most of our 410 competition. This guy's got a ton of momentum as he was the only other guy to steal a win during the fastest 5 days on the way up. And he's a 410 feature winner this year at Skagit Speedway out of Arlington, Washington. You're looking at Jesse Schlottfeld in the Grinders Automotive and Marine, Triple X Race Components, Johansson Mechanical, High Performance Lubricants, Pacific Performance Coatings, number 21. Behind him is the 1C, the team car to Mike Brown. That is our multiple-time track champion, Colton Heath, out of Marysville, Washington. Sponsored by BMR, Alaska West Air, Leah Brown, and L&J Enterprises. Colton Heath is the 1C. Otis, he's from Cedar Woolley, Washington. Otis Concrete, Tack Testing, and CX Services. Skagit Ready Mix and All-Terrain Construction on the 9 of Otis. Behind Otis, one of our 360 competitors coming out of Oak Harbor, Washington. It's 51 of Dustin Gehring. Gehring in the 51. After Hours Customs and Collisions, Lewis Auto Glass, Terraza Auto Detail, and Black Market Speed. Next car to rip his way out of corner number 4. Last name very familiar to Skagit Speedway. It is Bud Cady. Bud Cady in the 29 Alviso Rock DF Reels Construction Electric Construction Company. High Five Pizza amongst the sponsors for him. Cady in 29. Look at the 15 on the racetrack. That's Nick Parker. Nick Parker from Tucson, Arizona. Parker Automotive, Metal Tech Fabrications, Tyner-Hurst Enterprises, TDR Concepts, Ken's and Leslie, BG Oil and Lube for the 15 of Parker. More than a few Dirt Cup appearances for Nick at the 15. Crawford Garage Doors and Skagit Plumbing. That is the 95 of Justin Youngquist. Justin Youngquist in the 95 car. Turn 1 up and right and around the cushion. One of the late confirmations, but we're excited to have him here. And car number 94, I believe he scored as the 94T. It's Braden Chiaramonte. Chiaramonte is in the 94T. His sponsors include, it's the TH, in fact, System 1, Willwood, HRP, and Shield Fire Suits, the Tyner-Hurst Enterprises. Racing Engines, KPC Chassis, King Racing Products car. Corey Eliason taking over driver duties of that machine for the week in the 45. 17 is Cam Smith out of Mill Creek, the Smith Adrian Motorsports, QuickTime Espresso, QuickTime Transport, Linden's Restoration and Fab, DC Signs, number 17. That we got late confirmation on, but we are stoked to have him out of Myerstown, Pennsylvania. He is a high roller in the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Company, McGrewBid.com, Baps Auto Paints and Supply, Live Wire Customs, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel, 19M, Brent Marks, the Myerstown Missile, with us tonight in the 19M. Tonight, the 77, it's the Chilliwack Ford Series Performance car of Levi Klatt. Levi Klatt, Fava Racing Engines, powering the 77. Out of British Columbia, Klatt in the 77. Get a look at car number 0, and that is Ashley Johnson out of Cedral Woolley, Elite Transportation, Economy Propane, Cascade Materials, and Nordic Temperature Control on the 0 of Ashley. And the car that flashed right in front of her, that is the other high roller, or one of 4 high rollers, out of Monrovia, Indiana, the Rudine Racing, Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, Ford Performance, Hager Realty, Race Rudine Foundation, 26R, with the special Angel of the Winds scheme. You guys got to see that thing up close. Justin Peck in 26R as it will be scored. You look at that thing up close, fired out Friday night at Dirt Cup last year. Driver from Clovis, California to Gary Silver Ranches, JL Apparel, Jamie Critchley, Mid Valley Financial, NPD Racing 10X, and Dominic Gordon. Dominic Gordon, the 10X, a great Dirt Cup in 2024, and looking to build on that here in 2025. Healthy looking cushion through 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 already tonight here at Skagit Speedway. As you get a look at another former Dirt Cup champion in the field, he is from Fresno, California, the driver of the Selzy Enterprises, Red Rose Transportation, Whipple Superchargers, Redline Oil, Sparco 41, Dominic Selzy, the 21 and 22 Northern Auto Racing Club champion, and the 2021 Dirt Cup champ, Dominic Selzy, in 41. Following Bullock's 17, another one of our high rollers in the house from the Kubota High Limit Racing Series. That's Cy Lynch out of Cowansville, Pennsylvania. Multiple-time feature winner at the Lernerville Speedway and more out there. He's sponsored by Mosites Motorsports, Redding, California, Mitri Construction, Shasta Realty Group, Steve Manning Construction, J1 S7 Suspension, and High Performance Lubricants for the 2XM of Mitri. This guy's an absolute stud in anything he jumps into. Nice to have the 17W of Shane Golovic back with us. From Fremont, California, the NOS Energy Drink, Southern Pacific Farms, MV Drywall, Matt Wood Racing entry. A frequent guy at the top of podiums at the Chili Bowl Nationals. Shane Golovic, heck of a race car driver. Lucky to have him here tonight at Skagit Speedway. Former track champion out in the 26 car. This is Eric Fisher. Eric Fisher in the Wing Down driving experience, Speed Mart, Race Redeem Foundation, Powder Coating Ink Shark Racing Engines car. Fisher, former track champ and a main starter here at Dirt Cup. Track is going green, coming out of the corner. We'll jump to her and fire them off. Our first car to qualify. That is the 1M out of Kenai, Alaska, of Alaska Mike Brown. Big Mike coming out in the BMR Champs Equipment Rental. Alaska West Air L&J Enterprises 1M. Mike Brown. Tire chatter coming off. Lap number 1 for Mike is 11.527. 11527. Reminder, your track record is a 10.586. That is owned by David Gravel. Brown, second lap faster, 11.504. 11504 for the 1M of Mike Brown. Follow the 1 with the 2. Qualifying in the 2 spot. The 2K is Gage Garcia. The Keller Motorsports car from Lemoore, California. Monarch Ford. Dawson Malden Construction. Legacy of California. Keith Day Trucking. Crown Limousine Machine. And lap number 1, Garcia is the quickest of the 2 at 11.366. 1.1366. Garcia, second time by, 11.358. He goes faster. 1.1358. Coming up next, it is the 21P of Robbie Price. Cobble Hill, British Columbia is his home. Saratoga Motorsports Park, Shark Racing Engines, Malahat Auto Wrecking, Grinders Automotive and Marine, and Cow Creek Mining and Exploration. As Price goes quick time at 11.249. 1.1249. Robbie, second time by, a little quicker, 11.227. 1.1227. Out next, it is the 27C. This is Camden Robustelli from Medford, Oregon. He's in the Hard Rock Tops Jim Nelson Bigfoot Dwarf Car Race. Tom White Trucking J&B Racing Sheep Shape Farm Car. And Robustelli goes around on lap number 1. It's 11.727. 1.1727 for Camden. Medford, Oregon, long drive from here, comes out. Lap number 2 is slower at 11.749 and 1.749. One of 4 high rollers in the house. In the 24D, Danny Sams III from Northport, Florida. Global Link, Moxie, CPG Brands, Eastern Metal Science, Safety, DJP, Gear and Graphics, and Tar Heel Property Group. As Sam's, 11.063. That's fastest so far, 1.1063. And a second lap slower at 11.179. 1.1179. Welcome into the racetrack from McLarenville, South Australia. He's driving the Dirty Air Mel Hambleton racing car. It's Scott Boguski. Boguski, been here at Dirt Cup before, back when it was under ASCS sanction. Boguski, second fastest time of the night so far, 11.087. 1.1087 for Scott Boguski. Big points on the line. Boguski looking to go faster. Does he? He does not. 11.149 on lap number 2. Still second quick for Boguski so far. Caden Steele is next down, the Eastern California driver. Sponsored by Tarleton & Sons, Arden Construction, Centcal Services, and Bandy & Associates. Caden Steele, 11.456, 5th on the field. Second time around for Caden, comes in and across at 11.592, faster on lap number 1 for Caden Steele, the North 410 feature winner here in the year. 410 feature winner at Skagit Speedway, the Car-Mart USA 410 Sprint Cars, in the Grinders Automotive and Marine, Triple X Race Components, Johansson Mechanical, High Performance Lubricants, Pacific Performance Coatings entry. Jesse Schlottfeld through his 4th quick at 11.235. 1.1235. Some ground makeup for Jesse if he can. Looking for a better lap 2, he'll get it. Second quick at 11.075. 1.1075. So we're 8 cars into the 47-car qualifying effort. 35 Tyler Thompson ventures out next. The Kyle Main Motorsports Hand Construction A-Main Trucking car from Harrisburg, Oregon. Tyler, 11.4096 quick. 1.409. Checkered flag. Lap is 11.434. 1.1434 for Tyler Thompson, who is 6th on the grid so far. Tyler Anderson coming out next. Anderson, the Anderson Racing Enterprises, DeYoung Inc., Don Ott, Smith Titanium, KPC Chassis, Cascade Collision out of Everett car. Anderson, 11.530, 1.1530, half a second, separating the first 9 cars to time in tonight. Yeah, tightly matched field. Much better on lap 2, 11.374, 1.1374. Tyler Anderson in the 24. Coming out next, it's the 1C, the former track champion in our 360 division. Colton Neath, the BMR, James Equipment Rental, Alaska West Air, Leah Brown, L&J Enterprises. Entry from Marysville. And Colton's fourth quick at 11.182. 11182. Again, he bested on lap number 2. Heath, 11.224 on the second pass. So fourth quick for Colton Heath. As we take a look, Britt McGuy missing his qualifying spot. So we'll go to the 21T of James McFadden, the Tarleton & Son American Rock and Red Durst Incorporated Factory Cane car. And where does McFadden come in? 11.549, 11th quick on the opening lap. 11.549. McFadden, lap 2, 11.406. That's 8th quick. So McFadden digging himself a small hole at the start of the night here at Skagit Speedway. Forward, we move to Mariah Eade out of Fresno, California. Mariah, Pacific Mooring, M&L Plumbing, Circle J5 Ranch. Her first qualifying effort is 11th on the field at 11.471. 11.471 for Eade. Second time by for Eade. Better, 6th quick at 11.290. 11.290 for Eade, her official time. This is the 18T. Tanner Holmes coming to us out of Jacksonville, Oregon, the family car. Legacy Builder Supply, Shane DeWalt Trucking, Orville Tax, Lentz Machinery, Sisters Meat and Smokehouses. Tanner, lap 1, 7th quick, 11.329. 11.329 for Tanner Holmes. Tanner's second lap around is better. 5th quick, 11.201, 11.201 for Tanner Holmes. Green flag out to the other 18 car. It is the Car-Mart USA Blue Cow Car Wash, thanks to cousin Aaron Lulu's Espresso Machine of Jason Solwald. Solwald changing the look up top. He's 4th quickest at 11.173, 11.173. 2015 Dirt Cup champion Solwald. Quick time, 11.061 for Solwald. 11.061 is Solwald looking to make 200 points here tonight at Skagit Speedway in qualification. Following him to the racetrack, the veteran out of Campbell, California. It's the Alviso Rock DF Rios Construction, Electric Construction Company, Williams Roofing, High Five Pizza 29 of Bud Kading. Bud Kading. 11.656 on the opening lap. It's 15th on the field. Lap 2, better. 13th quick. Coming up at 11.453. 11.453 for Bud Kading. To the green flag, one of our 360 competitors coming out. He's actually double duty most weeks between 360 and limited sprints. Dustin Gehring out of Oak Harbor, Washington. After Hours Customs and Collisions, Lewis Auto Glass, Terraza Auto Detail, and Black Market Speed for Dustin at a 12.161. 12.161 for Dustin Gehring. And Gehring, second time around, 12.113. Goes better on lap number 2 at 12.113. Coming out next, it's the 9 car from Cedar Woolley, the Otis Concrete Tack Testing and CX Services, Skagit Ready Mix, Altering Construction. Sponsored car, it's Greg Otis. Otis, check green flag, white flag. There we go. We'll get the flags right. 11.826 on his first lap. 1.1826. Getting around a second time. Otis, 11.899. 1.1899 on lap number 2. Here comes the guy who hopes to be the local to beat. Out of Puyallup, Washington, TNC Concept, Starks Racing, AL Driveline, Newland Bar Service, and Melby Fabrication and Truck Repair sponsor Trey Starks. Starks, pretty good on lap number 1, 5th quickest, 11.169, 11.169. And lap number 2, quick time at 11.059. 11059, just a couple of hundredths of a second faster, make it thousandths of a second faster for Trey Starks, but he has got quick time on the night in the 55. Nick Parker is next out. Parker Automotive, Metal Tech Fabrications, Tyner Hurst Enterprises, TDR Concepts, and Ken's and Leslie BG Oil and Lube. For Parker, will come in 17th quickest at 11.586, 1:15.86. Parker, 11.441, 14th quick, 11.441. From Mill Creek, Washington, it's the Smith Adrian Motorsports QuickTime Espresso, QuickTime Transport, Linton's Restoration and Fab, DC Signs Car. Cam Smith is the driver. Smith, 9th quick, 11.278, 1:12.78. Smith comes past and slower on lap 2 at 11.410, 1:14.10. Coming out, he's been a feature winner at Skagit Speedway on the year. Driving the Ground Zero Gymnastics, Cascade Pizza, Jody Dines, Brown McMillan, Crawford Garage Doors, Piazza Construction, DK Systems, sponsored machine, it's Justin Youngquist. Youngquist on his first time around. Looking for lap time, and there it is. He is 9th quickest overall at 11.258 on his second lap, 1:1.258. Sean Becker joining us next in the 7. Out of Oroville, California, Bjork Construction Company, D&G Construction Rental Equipment, Roxy Properties, Fire Protection Management, Channel Lumber. Becker, 17th on the field at 11.451, 1:451. Lap number 2 for the Shark, Sean Becker, 11.431, 16th quickest for Becker at 11.431. Timing in next from El Cajon, California, in the System 1, Willwood, HRP, Shield Fire Suits, Tynerhurst Enterprises entry. It's Braden Chiaramonte. Monte, one of the young up-and-comers, at 11.783. Need a better effort at lap number 2, 11.783. First time by for Braden. Seen him here up northwest as we clank up at Deming Speedway in a 600 before. Chiaramonte, 11.699. 21st on the field for Chiaramonte at 11.699. Well, just recently jumped into the seat of the 45 car from Visalia, California. Driving the Redline Welding and Construction, Morrison Racing Engines, KPC Chassis, King Racing Products. 45 is Corey Eliason. Eliason, 11.503 on the opening lap. 11.503. He's run Dirt Cup before, as Eliason. In lap number 2, slower at 11.507. 1:15.07 for Corey Eliason. Coming out to time trial next to this is one of our 360 competitors, driving the 29K out of Carnation, Washington. He's sponsored by Liuna 292, George Anderson Company, Stillwater Trucking, Looker, and Bighorn Excavating. Levi Kuntz's first lap's in the 11-second bracket at 11.945. 1:19.45 for Kuntz. And second time around for Levi, rips a lap of 11.952, 1:19.52. From Lewiston, Idaho, this is Dan Reynolds. Dan Reynolds, 95R coming out. Reynolds. In the Sear Pro Torches Diamondback Shooting Range, Auto Body Supercenter Beck Sawmill, sponsored Triple X, as it is a first lap of 11.896. 1:896. Reynolds' second lap around, slower at 12.558, 1:2.558. From the Kubota High Limit Racing Series, one of the high rollers, driving the M&M Painting and Construction, McGrew Equipment Company, McGrewBid.com, Baps Auto Paint and Supply, Livewire Customs, Fredericksburg Eagle Hotel Car. It is Brent Marks. Brent Marks, 11th quick at 11.286 the first time. And lap 2, 7th quickest, 11.188. 1:1.188, 7th quick for Brent Marks. From Vancouver, British Columbia, the 9A, Luke Didiak from Waddock, BC. Pack Trucking, Miles Sand and Gravel Mills, Electric Nordic Temperature Control, and Herc Equipment for Luke. 11.362, 14th on the field. 1:13.62. On the gas pedal hard, coming off the corner, Didiak, 11.569, 1:15.69 on his second time around. 29 have timed in, still got a good chunk to go. Next up from Enumclaw, Washington, the Hammer pilot is Colby Thornhill. He's sponsored by BME Enterprises, Missile Motorsports, Extreme Graphics, and PGH Excavating. Thornhill, 16th quick, 11.389. 1.1389 for Colby Thornhill. Looking for a better lap 2. Can he get it? No, slower, 11.568. 1.568 for Colby. Our next driver is from Santa Rosa, California, sponsored by Dirt Dudes Excavating, Durst Inc., and Triple X Race Components. The factory communicating shocks number 4 of Joel Myers Jr. Joel Myers Jr., 11.343 is good for 13th quick. 1.1343. And lap 2 for Joel. 11.641. Lap time starting to fall off on the second time around. As we look at the house car coming out from Monrovia, Indiana, it's the Redeem Racing, Angel of the Winds Casino Resort, Ford Performance, Hager Realty, Race Redeem Foundation, Stancraft Jet Center car of Justin Peck. Justin Peck, lap number 1, 10th on the field at 11.243, 1.1243. Peck, lap 2, better, 9th quick, 11.204, 1.1204 for Justin Peck. Coming to us out of Cedar Woolley, Washington, the Elite Transportation, Economy Propane, Gasgate Materials, Nordic Temperature Control 0 of Ashley Johnson. Johnson, car 0. Turns the first lap of 12.228. 12.228. Johnson on lap number 2. Swings by at 12.138. 33rd on the field for Johnson at 12.138. Well, running his own car tonight with support from Ricky Favre and Favre Racing Engines, the Chilliwack Ford entry. Race Car Creative, amongst others on the sponsor list for Levi Klatt. Klatt in the 77. And that's a good lap number 1, 14th on the field at 11.340. Lap 2 for Levi is 11.253. 11th fastest on the night for Levi Klatt at 11.253. Chris Bullock is next out. It's the 17C for Bullock out of Arlington. Shark Racing Engines, Triple X, OPC exclusive, and Aero Motorsports. Bullock, 12.277. 12.277. Chris did it around one of our 360 competitors. His second time by is 12.439. 1.2439. A Dirt Cup champion in 2021, a two-time NARC champion in 21 and 22. This is Dominic Selzy out of Fresno. Red Rose Transportation, Selzy Enterprises, Whipple Superchargers, Redline Oil, and Sparco. Sponsored Dominic, who's 19th on the field at 11.388. Selzy, lap number 2, looking for more speed. Charges to the line, doesn't find it, 11.544. 11.544 for Dominic Selzy. From the Kubota High Limit Racing Series, coming to us from Cowansville, Pennsylvania, Silence is out on the racetrack. Mosites Motorsports, Ducati of Pittsburgh, Hollywood Blasting and Coating, Mountain Mechanical, and Mav Motorsports for Cy. On his first time by, needing to pick up some speed. He was 23rd quick at 11.423 and goes 11.494 on lap number 2. 23rd is where he'll sit for now. To the track, Dirt Cup champion a couple of years ago. In car number 2X, it is Justin Sanders. Sanders turns his first lap at 11.479. That's 28th on the field. It's the Mitri Construction, Yuba Sutter Aviation, North County Plastering, High Performance Lubricants, TJ Forged car. The defending NARC champion, Justin Sanders, found the speed on lap 2, 11.209. 10th quick for Sanders at 11.209. Friday night preliminary night winner last year in car number 10. This is Dominic Gordon. Dominic Gordon in the 10 car from Clovis, California. Lap number 1 for Dominic comes across at 11:5:59. 1:5:59. And lap number 2 for Gordon, 11:4:44. 27th on the field for the Silver Ranch's number 10 of Dominic Gordon. Next to time in, this is the former NARC champion in the 88N of DJ Netto out of Hanford, California. Netto Ag, Penny Newman Grain, Vanderpool, Smith Tie, and Mechanics Choice for Netto. DJ, a first lap around. Let's get lap number 2 for Netto. 11:3. So Netto comes in 19th quick, 11:3:62, the official lap time. Looking out next, it's the 21L of Landon Brooks from Rio Oso, California. Specified pipe, B. Skadden Design, Lippert Construction, Dan Ewart Sales, and ADS on Landon. Brooks on the clock. First time is in the books. It's 35th quick at 11:8:11. 1:8:11 for Brooks, 11:7:91, improves him on lap number 2. Our next driver is the 2XM, and it is Max Mitry. Mitry coming out of Redding, California. Mitry Construction, Shasta Realty Group, Steve Manning Construction, J1S7 Suspension, and High Performance Lubricants. Mitry, 11:5:33 is only good for 33rd on the field. 1:15:33 from Mitry. As he's looking at lap number 2, 11:4:93 bumps him to 31st. Qualifying next, this is the 26 of Eric Fisher. Fisher, originally from Burlington. It is the Wing Down Driving Experience Speed Mart Racer Deep Foundation Powder Coating Inc. Shark Racing Engines car. And Fisher is 26th quick in the 26, 11:4:28, 1:14:28. Can he improve on lap number 2? Fisher, 11:3:03. 16th quick for Eric Fisher at 11:3:03. 44th car to qualify is the 7 Little O, and it is Colin Mackey out of Bellingham. Mackey, DeBoer & Sons Custom Farming, Westshop Tires of Burlington, Skagit Ready Mix, PDR Marine Fabrication, Meldecker Racing. Lap 1, 21st on the field at 11:3:74. 1:3:74 from Mackey, throwing it hard into the turn. And taking the checkered at 11:4:95. 1:4:95. Coming out to qualify from Fremont, California, the 17W is Shane Golobic. Shane Golobic, the Matwood Racing entry. NOS Energy Drink, Southern Pacific Farms MV Drywall for Golobic, who's 30th right now at 11:4:43, 1:14:43. Golobic, checkered flag, and improves to 19th quick at 11:3:60, 1:13:60. Car number 46, and the last deepest pill that was drawn today is Chase Getz in the 91. Chase, our track champion, Great Western Transport, Pacific Performance Coatings, First Line Systems, Newman Racing. He'll go 11:7:28, 1:17:28. First 410 Dirt Cup for Chase Getz, as he has competed back when it was a 360 event. Lap number 2, 11:9:60 for Getz, 1:19:60. Brett McGuy's 66 car did not make the call. Other than that, 410 sprint car time-ins are done. I don't see Brett lined up and ready to go. And that means 200 points in the back pocket for Trey Starks to start the night. Starks, 200 points for him at 11:05:09. 198 points for Jason Solwald. 196 for Danny Sams, the third. Jesse Schlattfeld, fourth quickest. Scott Boguski, fifth quick. Colton Heath, 6, Brent Mark, 7, Tanner Holmes, 8, Justin Peck, 9, and Justin Sanders rounds out the top 10 in qualifying tonight here at Skagit Speedway for night number 1 of the 53rd Annual Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup, presented by Angel of the Winds Casino Resort.
New pace truck debuting here tonight at Dirt Cup.
That's right. Big thank you to Ford Performance. That thing debuted yesterday at the Dirt Cup party and now making its first official laps as the pace vehicle here at Skagit Speedway. Very cool.
All right, Caleb Hart, here we go.
Oh, boy.
Buckle up tight, buddy boy.
That's right. Mike Brown and Dominic Gordon have a big job to do. The 1M and the 10. They'll lead them on down. McFadden and Netto, Fisher and Price, Heath and Starks, Otis and Bullock for the first official race of Dirt Cup as they settle in to turn number 3. And here comes Brown and Gordon. Off the 4th turn. Dirt Cup starts now. Gordon's so good last year on Friday night. Jumps to the early lead. And James McFadden knows he's got some points to make up after qualifying quickly into position 2 for McFadden.
Yeah, qualifying for J-Mac didn't go how he wanted. The Australian champion on the move, though. He was on a tear in the fastest 5 days, but look at the battle there. DJ Netto on the move, and he had a strong early part of the season go, as led Narc points for a good majority of the season.
Put one on its lid 2 straight nights in the fastest 5 days coming through Dirt Cup. He is here now. He is running 3rd as out in front. It is McFadden sitting in the 2nd spot. Dominic Gordon up in the top spot. Netto 3rd, battle back further as Starks trying to come forward. Looking to the outside of the 26 of Fisher.
Yeah, Trey Starks will work on Eric Fisher. That's a battle for the 5th spot. Keep in mind, Starks the fast timer. He is working to rack up some of those points, and he's bringing Robbie Price with him in the 21P. And Caleb, how many times has Robbie Price pounded on the door of a win here at Skagit this year?
Yeah, his luck needs to flip. He is awfully due in the worst ways. You get a look at the top 3 once again. Gordon, McFadden, and Netto. All California or California-based cars at the front of this field as McFadden making the haul over and trying to close in on Dominic. He's got 4 to go and could do something with him if he narrowed that gap.
You mentioned it, Dominic Gordon. Boy, did he have a statement last year on Friday night at Dirt Cup, and he came back during the 360 Nationals and then in July and whooped our tails at the end of the month for 15 grand. Oh, Eric Fisher, hang on.
Yeah, contact with Colton Heath on the way by, and there goes Stark. Stark says, I'll take the free spot, no problem. So up and through, and actually that was Mike Brown with the contact. As we come down, it's just a couple of laps to go, and McFadden's getting close. Gordon, better be careful.
Yeah, Gordon caught the berm off of turn number 2, and here comes James McFadden. McFadden down to 2, Carlin's off of turn number 4. James McFadden roping in, but Caleb Hart, does he have, oh my, big Mike Brown hit the wall hard.
Huge collision coming out of the 4th corner, and you saw it live on the video. They caught all of that big-time shot down the straightaway.
Good to see Mike Brown moving around inside the Highline Aviation 1M.
Yeah, best possible news is a driver getting out of the car under his own power. Mike Brown complete with the arm restraints, tethering his arms together. Here, help me out, guys. It can be a little bit hard to climb out when you can't move your arms independently of each other.
How about a round of applause for the safety team quickly on the scene there? Kind of a tough spot for them to get to, but they were there quickly. House.
Oh, selling 50-50.
Selling 50-50. He might take a picture with you.
You could get your 50-50 tickets from the legend.
Himself,
That's
yes.
It's a thing. I like
Washington IMCA state champion, Melvin.
Who apparently is not retired from racing yet.
No, he told me not retired. Thought about it, but not retired. But Mel, yeah, stop down and get your 50-50 tickets from Skagit Valley Eagles.
It's a chance to make better, but they still got to get them and add them, and may even end up still seeing those guys in B mains. We'll find out.
After this, I'll run the points behind us, and I'll bring my laptop in so you can give an update.
Like we need another laptop in here.
Yes, I know. Well,
Desperately.
I'll hold it for you.
Thank you.
Space is at a premium here.
Right. Gordon, McFadden, Netto, they started 2-3-4. They're 1-2-3. Starks 8-4, having a good night so far, and it can get better. Now, this first half lap does not count towards the lap total.
It's on the house.
That's right. And Stark's going to make the move up and around Netto. He'll take 3rd on the restart. He's gunning for 2nd underneath McFadden.
You have to think Trey Stark's using his Skagit Speedway expertise there on the restart to pick up a spot. Here it comes. Colt Heath up on the high side, back in the pack, trying to shoot past Robbie Price to pick up a spot. And he'll do that, but how about Dominic Gordon? Hold him off down the backstretch, Caleb.
Gordon looking for 100 points. Put them in your pocket and go home. Gordon gets the W here in heat race number 1. 2nd is McFadden holding off. Starks 97 for him, 94 for Trey, 294 on the night for Trey Starks already. Look for him in the back rows of our 16 inverted A main event tonight, Dominic Gordon gets the win in our first heat race. Earlier,
I talked to him for a minute. It was good to see him.
I think I saw Steven wrenching on the front of the car.
I'm sure. I didn't get a good look down there. I talked to Kyle and then got most of the way down there and peeled around, but I'm sure Steven's here.
Kyle Hurst made his Dirt Cup debut 20 years ago at the 2005 Jim Raper Memorial Dirt Cup. So
doesn't feel like that long ago. Now you say 20 years ago. We're getting old, Caleb.
Goes quick.
It does.
Bud Kading has been to Dirt Cups many years. He's been on the podium, in fact, as well, as he goes outside row number 1 with Shiramonte.
Off at turn number 4, a pair of California natives bring us to green. Braden Shiramonte and Bud Kading go underway. How about the start there, Caleb Hart?
Yeah, Bud Kading up and around, protecting the bottom groove and getting there quickly. But Colin Mackey, that kid has absolutely zero fear, driving around the outside of the Outman 7-0. He's got 4-1, but we've got bad, naughty lights on.
Joel Myers Jr. has stopped in turn number 2, bringing out the yellow, driving the Willie Kane 4.
Where this caution came out is going to be paramount.
Yes.
For this, if your leader +1 was passed, again, with the speed back he had off the top, don't be shocked to see all 3 of those drivers in and around him go, anything you can do, I'm going to try to do better.
Darn right.
So second try for Shiramonte and Kading, Thompson, and Mackey Klatt. And now Brent Marks, due to Myers dropping out, goes outside row number 3. That may be highly advantageous for the high roller. Well, give her a second shot. Green flag. That top lane is still really good. As you're going to watch Bud Kading launch and get around Shiramonte. This time, Mackey doesn't have quite as strong a role. They settle into third as it's Kading, Shiramonte, and Mackey on the opening lap.
Yeah, Mackey got a little high there on the start. Caleb way high and it cost him, but Kading went that way. Here comes Braden Shiramonte rolling the bottom, and he's starting to close back in on Bud Kading. He raced the lead. Good battle for third. Oh, Mackey into the wall.
Yeah, flying the front end. There's the difference in the 410 horsepower versus what he's used to. As both Marks and Solwald rolling in on him down the back chute. Brent Marks and Jason Solwald looking for more points. There's Solwald to the low side of Marks off 4.
Jason Solwald got back to victory lane in the 360 a week ago. Now trying to cash in on some 410 loot. Here comes Brent Marks to the inside. He's got a lift though. Solwald slams the door closed. Now it's back open. Look at the nose swing on Jason Solwald. A little askew on the 18.
He must have tangled with something on his way up and through the field as Marks gets back by him, and Brent says, I need that spot. I'm coming through. So Marks currently holding 5th as he's going to run back down. Colin Mackey top 3 have stretched out quite nicely.
I have to think Brent Marks got some speed tips this past week in Knoxville, Iowa from Jamie Ball and Jacob Engel at the shop. Jamie, the defending 360 track champion in Knoxville. They're good friends. He spent some time there, but how about Bud Kading pulling away from this one?
Looking awfully good. In fact, he is sniffing lap traffic further up in the field as you get a look on screen at Bud's center cut in your picture there. We're coming into 2 to go, and Kading having a strong heat race here at Dirt Cup.
Yes, he is. Good to see that 29 running back up front here at Skagit. Big inward, but Bud's gaining some confidence and pulling good in that Alviso Rock 29 car. Boy, Braden Shiramonte for his Skagit Speedway 410 debut, looking pretty sporty out there, comfortable up on the high side.
Yeah, he got way up, right rear in the fluff for Shiramonte, unable to dig and make any ground as Bud Kading looking to add the heat race win. One more set of corners. Job done for BK. Bud Kading wins heat race number 2. Shiramonte will take 2nd. 3rd to Thompson. 4th to Mackey. And 5th to Marks. Calculate the points up. Marks, who started 7th, picks up a couple of spots. Solwald rolling in behind him in 6th. As heat race 2 all finished up. 3rd of 5 heat races up right here. You know Lynch is going to be digging for spots early and often, and this one is Cy. Familiar, yeah, debut at Skagit Speedway. We'll see him coming up later, Labor Day weekend, for the Skagit Nationals with the Kubota High Limit Sprint Car Series, but valuable seat time and money to be made if he can start coming forward. And Danny Sam's a whale of a qualifying lap in a good spot, but still got to move forward in this heat race.
Got to earn those points here.
Great. Into turn number 1. Robistelli down on the bottom from the high side. Caden Steele, he's been here before. He knows what momentum looks like at Skagit Speedway. He'll drive into the lead off the 4th corner on lap 1. And here comes Youngquist from 6th to 4th already, and he's looking for more.
JY knows the high side, and he's on the move. The Nines Motorsports 95, our most recent 410 winner, Justin Youngquist, now into the 2nd spot. Boy, he is on the chip on the high side. Good battle for 3rd. Here comes Cy Lynch, move him to 3rd. Oh, big smoke out of the 42.
Hopefully it's just a line that let loose and he'll be able to hang on for 7 more circuits around Skagit Speedway. Lynch up on the top, throwing out the 007. Smoke showing behind him and making it hard for Robistelli to see through. Cameron set 4th, and now Lynch to the bottom. Youngquist slowed up that time around. Side by side for the 2nd spot. Up on the top is Justin Youngquist. Cy Lynch running him down.
Yeah, Cy Lynch starting to rope him in. The Mercedes Motorsports 42 is getting comfortable out there in his maiden laps here. First heat race at Skagit, making the bottom look good here, Caleb Hart.
I need a whole bunch of quarts of new oil in that machine, but that's all right. A heat race moving forward is good for Cy, although he started 3rd, is running 3rd. The big mover is Youngquist 6 to 2. Youngquist a long ways back from that guy. Caden Steele looking awfully good.
Danny Sands has made his way to the 5th spot, the fastest car in this heat race in his first ever heat race at Skagit Speedway. But how about Caden Steele, an ARC winner in Tulare and Twin Features about a month ago? That was a fun one as he got out of the car and ran across victory lane Ricky Bobby style. And boy, he's about to pick up a big heat race win here.
Guy's got a lot of talent, good equipment, because this is the night that it comes together for him, kind of like the Dominic Gordon breakout party last year. Caden Steele looking good in front. He's going to score a full 100 points here if he can make 1 more lap around Skagit Speedway. And Youngquist going to make a pile of points towards his effort if he can hang on for 2nd. Back straight away, and heat race winner is Caden Steele. Score another one for California. Youngquist 2, Lynch 3. Holmes gets 4, and 5 to Sam. So Tanner Holmes 7 to 4. Good points there. And Danny Sam's the 3rd, 8 to 5. Some of your guys who timed in awfully well found a lot of speed in the 3rd of 5 heat races. A look at Caden Steele as he will take an extra lap around to cool off in the Tarleton & Sons Motorsports 121 format. They're going to take the points from tonight. We're going to do the same thing all over again tomorrow night. Gates open at 5, racing at 7. Flow Racing broadcast should hit the air about 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. So if you're budgeting that in, that's 8:30 on the East Coast for night number 2.
Saves you the questions.
Absolutely. And what that's going to do, we're going to stack the second night of points on top of the first night of points that we're getting here tonight. 4 cars will lock into the pole shuffle for Saturday, and then Saturday, everybody from positions 5 through 47 are going to qualifiers.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Chase Getz needs this heat race win. Max Mitry coming down. They almost bang wheels as we come to green.
Green flag flying. Oh, Sean Becker, hang on. Here comes Dominic Selzy on the high side. Selzy on the move. He'll take 3rd, but the battle for the lead's a good one in turn number 3.
Haven't had anybody come any deeper than that first row so far. Gets up on the top. Mitry trying to take it away from him down low. Max Mitry makes the pass. Gets looked across under. Couldn't make the move down the back straightaway.
Here comes Shane Gullivick. He'll go after Dominic Selzy for the 3rd spot. Gullivick to the inside of the non-synergy drink 17W. Good battle for 3rd in turn number 2.
Oh, good battle for the lead again as Getz was not giving up. He's rolling the bottom groove and making some ground on Mitry with 3rd and 4th moving in behind him all 4 spots. Still up for grabs here in the heat race. Mitry getting away a bit as Gullivick across the front bumper. They make contact at the exit of the turn.
A little bit of contact, a little bit of love between Dominic Selzy and Shane Gullivick. Gullivick right back in the saddle going after Selzy. Selzy hanging on to the spot. Meanwhile, Max Mitry pulling away, taking advantage of that clean air as we close on halfway.
There's your your quick time guy in the heat race, starting 8th, and Jesse Schlotfeld. Schlotfeld outside the top 5, but looking to make some ground. He's got a bead on Cam Smith coming through the turn as Selzy will get away from Golovic. We're over halfway home now, 6 down, 4 to go in heat race number 4. Up top, Mitry making good laps around Skagit Speedway. He has distanced himself from Getz, trying to improve his starting spot for later on in the evening. Selzy has gotten away from Golovic. He's trying to reel in the 91 of Getz, but making very little progress as this time by we're down to 2 to go, and slower traffic looms in front of the field.
Max Mitri going to face a little bit of lap traffic there with Dustin Gehring. He's able to get around Dustin and start to pull away. But man, Chase Getz, he's trying to wrangle that 91 car a couple of times nearly sideways, but he's done a good job hanging on to that. Here comes Dominic Selzy closing in, but Caleb, is there enough time left for the white flag flying?
I mean, it's .28 around the middle of Skagit Speedway. That's going to go by quick as a button. Through on goes the 2XMX Mitri, and Mitri takes the win. Getz will hang on over Selzy. Golubec holds off Smith in the run for the top 5. Selzy started in position number 4, so 1 spot better than his starting. Golubec started 5th, goes to 4th. Smith 6 to 5. It's not a ton of movement, but good racing there in the 4th of 5 heat races. So 2x2 they go, and I mean, take a look at this group out in front. Brooks and Eliason, the car that Brooks raced last year, to the outside of him.
Won with here.
Yes, indeed. Week number 3 of our competition last year, and Landon Brooks put a absolute you-know-what kicking on the field.
He was up like over 10 seconds at one point.
Landon had a really good fastest 5 days.
Yeah.
But he is looking to punctuate it with feature wins. That's what you're after.
It's a sharp-looking car. I like the look on that.
Colby Thornhill's got a real opportunity here as well. Green into the corner. Brooks will slide across the groove. It's a good turn under. Crossover move by Eliason. Will beat him into the bottom of turn number 3.
Justin Sanders nearly around, tagged the wall with the right rear, nearly went around, lost a couple of spots there, Caleb Hart. Good battle for the lead, though.
Thornhill threw a bomb at Nick Parker. Parker countered it and got away with it, as he's going to go down and go for his 2nd spot now. Brooks kind of in the middle. Parker right there. Nick Parker, the guy moving forward. He's in the 2nd on the 15.
How about that? The pride of Tucson, Arizona on the move up into the 2nd spot. But here comes Landon Brooks. Brooks back down to the inside. Battle for 2nd off of turn number 4.
Going to school and seeing if he can make the low side work. Brooks could not retake position 2. Thornhill sits in 4th. That's Didiak. Then Maguski, who's gone 8 to 6. Nice little run starting for Scott. If he wants more points, he's going to have to get by the 9A.
And Scott's had a good season at Knoxville Raceway. It's right around 5th in points. It's sprint car capital of the world. Head pick off Luke Didiak and give him 3 more points, and now sets his sights on Thornhill. But the battle for that 2nd spot picking up once again. Landon Brooks down to the inside. Nick Parker slides across the nose. Parker cuts underneath. They're side by side down the backstretch for 2nd.
It's almost like a replay of opening lap, except for Brooks got down into corner number 3 to slam the door closed. Landon Brooks back to 2nd. Nice scramble by Landon. Good read of the racetrack is now for 4th. Thornhill on the high side. Maguski trying down low with 4 to go.
Meanwhile, Corey Eliason is absolutely gone. He's taking advantage of the battle for 2nd, waving goodbye to the field. A 3-second lead for Shannon Wheatley on 45 car. But the battle for 2nd's been good, and now a battle for 4th starting to pick up. Maguski starting to challenge Colby Thornhill off of turn number 4.
Scott Maguski wants more points. It's a long haul out here from the Midwest, and he is trolling the low groove on Thornhill. And we know how much Colby loves the top, but he will move if he has to. It's a little snug on the cushion, rolls it off, and here comes Maguski down to 1 to go for the final points in the heat race.
Scott Maguski pick up 3 more points. Thornhill washes up the hill. Maguski's right there down to the inside. Wheel to wheel for that 4th spot off at turn number 4. Scott Maguski giving 3 more points at the line.
The front of the field was pretty well decided with Eliason, Brooks, and Parker, but Maguski now with the 8 to 4 run, just like Starks did, and that might advance him some spots coming up here in the main, or as it is, set him further back in our 16-car invert, but points are all that matters. You'll have 30 laps of the A main to make those up. As your race winner, Corey Eliason, looking really good in one of the more underappreciated fast sprint cars in the country. Shannon Field's good equipment, and Corey Eliason just proved it as we get ready for this 10-lap C feature. Getz and Brooks, they just want to get away and hide from everybody else. Robustelli and Otis will make up the 2nd row in the 9-car. 3rd row is Reynolds 95 and the 29K of Kuntz. You've got Gehring in the 51. Zero of Johnson and the 17 of Bullock making up the rest as they'll go 10 times around. And looking for him to be side by side at the white to the green. Jason Getz. They're trying to be able to stand on him and settle it on down. Down the back straightaway he goes. Brooks up top trying to get streak. Levi Coons, 360 power under the hood. Really hooking up good to the bottom of the speedway. And he is coming after Otis for the final transfer.
Chase gets on the big one. He's a crew chief on Sunday. Caleb Hart and Jake Whitney with the sporty win. What a battle for the transfer. Greg Otis trying to hold off Levi Coons. The pride of Carnation, Washington is Levi Coons. And here he comes to the inside. They nearly come together off at the turn 4.
Otis saw him down there, cut down, coming off the corner, and made Levi think about it for at least a second. Coons has drifted back a couple of car lengths. We're over halfway home, 6 down, 4 to go, and it is still Otis and Coons for the final transfer as they roll into turn number 1.
Landon Brooks staying alive, leading the way. Oh, Greg Otis stealing around, and there goes Levi Coons. Move him into the final transfer. He'll dive up to the high side. Otis to the middle, battle for the final transfer.
You saw Otis get crossed up right there. He straightened her back out. Now he's on the bottom. Coons, he loves the high groove, and he's happy to be up there, letting her rip. Otis, though, not too far away with 2 laps to go.
Greg Otis right there, just a car length and a half back for Levi Coons. Coons trying to hang on to that transfer spot. Otis follows suit to the high side. Levi Coons starts to run away a little bit. Otis diamonds the corner off.
There is a healthy little 360 bonus available for our 360 competitors this weekend. Coons, Otis, Reynolds a little ways back for the final transfer. Here's your winner, Landon Brooks. He'll move on to the B.
$3,000, the highest finish at 360.
Getz, Robustelli, and tonight, moving on, Levi Coons, the only of the 360s to put her further on into the program. Now, if anybody scratches out of the B, there is an opportunity for them to possibly move up, but that'll do it for C feature action. Well, Wade, we have had you here to Skagit Speedway, and we've had you in the infield, we've had you working around the stands, but now we get to, he had heard a couple of cars on the way up, and then on opening night, unfortunately, had a parts failure, and right front wheel ended up further than his car did. And that ended Dirt Cup early, but the Keller Motorsports car ready to rip tonight and gauge the gasser. I'm excited to watch him from the inside of row number 2. Luke Didiuk has made Dirt Cup A-mains in the past, and he goes outside of him. This is a good field, a great B-main. 4 spots.
Giddy up, Didiuk. Skagit, it's a vibe. Great to have your company all over the world watching and tuned in on Flow, and it's great to have the good folks of the USA and Canada with a few Aussies sprinkled in as well, and we are green. James runs the top, Dom runs the bottom. They meet coming out of 2. A little bit of a crossover going on just then, and McFadden looking to slide up and take that lead spot away from Dominic Selzy. Such a good operator for our sport as well as Dom. And we will come back to a caution.
Red flag, in fact, I believe. We have one upside down. We do. It's the 91 of Chase Getz, the 45 of Corey Eliason, and I believe that's Levi Coons' 29K on its side at the back of the field.
Great Western Transport on board. Car on its side as you picked out just then. And Corey, what is the actual make of it?
Yes, I believe so.
So
yes.
we, being me,
yes,
have renamed it the Trey Spark.
The Trey Spark.
Yeah.
I like
so
it.
It's decidedly slower than Trey. Boy, he's got some fans here, hasn't he?
Oh, well, you win, what, 15 410 main events over the course of the past decade? Let's see. Over the past 15 years, since 2010, Trey Starks is the winningest driver at Skagit Speedway with 15 A-main wins. He's ahead of Travis Jacobson with...
In Western Australia, Sheldon and Nathan Brady, the PB Holdings racing team. Buzzy Buswell, his longtime friend, is his crew chief on that team. And it's really cool to see him back and linked up with the Tarletons. Started off his career in acre dirt kart racing. And these days, multiple Australian, World Series Sprint Cars, Classic champion. And as you know, one hell of a racer and a fan favourite. Does run a good beard. We're about to go. Gage Garcia on that inside second row, and we are green. Around the top runs J-Mac. Can he make it work? Yes, he can. Rolls by the 41 on the top. Some big moves coming back further on, though. Looking at Anderson and Seidler's trying to get through it. Around the top now is your 9 car, and that is Luke Didiuk.
He's gunning for that final transfer spot, Wade. He's eyeballing Tyler Thompson, and they're all freight trained down to the bottom. Didiuk, the first one to step out of line and go for it. He's got Tyler Anderson coming up and trying to steal 5th away as they enter the corner.
There's that big Apple Mac sticker on the center of that top wing. I don't think I've ever seen that. Here comes Side Lynch. Hello. see him that way. The 24 car running pretty strongly. Tyler Anderson, Tyler Thompson in your fourth spot, and that is the bump. James McFadden, your leader, from Dominic Selzy, Gage Garcia. Boy, run an extreme outside, because you might as well have a crack at it, right? Colby
Thornhill trying to roll in on that battle for fourth and fifth. It is Thompson who's got the spot not in picture. Fifth, Anderson, the black 24. Lynch, sixth right now, but again, only 4 go, as here comes the Hammer Pilot in the 19.
Yeah, Lynch, beautiful run around the top, and now here comes Colby running the boards as well. And that blue and black 19, and we got a trouble on the backstretch, car upside down.
Red once again back straight away, and I can't tell much from the belly pan of the car, but we will try to figure it out. That might be Eliason.
Oh, you wouldn't hope,
Oh,
would you?
don't know.
Please no.
Give us a second. I can see kind of the corner of the nose wing, but
Please no.
hang on. Our safety crew, they drill on this often.
You know what's interesting too, when you walk across this racetrack, and you've done this a million times, Caleb, you look at the track and you think it looks like it's really dry. There is so much moisture in that surface. I mean, it is really tacky when you walk across that racetrack.
It's Parker in the 15 who got upside down. So that was the color I was seeing on the side of the nose wing. Nick Parker out of Tucson, Arizona, a frequent Dirt Cup competitor.
We're going to go one more time around. It's James McFadden, your leader. His mum, Tanya, is probably tuned in back home, and wife, Zoe, their little man, who I remember when J-Mac did such an awesome job during the high limit race. Remember his little guy running across the racetrack to him?
That was awesome.
That's one of the reasons that I love this sport so much, is that history of the sport. Time to go. Selzy sitting in that second spot. Garcia can really see her. Back in that third spot. Thompson, Anderson. We are green here at the sketch. Right on the top side is Cy Lynch. The door kind of got squeezed shut, but he's going to run the top. Thornhill with a Liberace on the 24 of Anderson. But it's all about that transfer right now. You're going to have to go upstairs and fence at this point.
Yeah, Tyler Thompson is up trying to get that top cleaned out. Meanwhile, Tyler Anderson, the black with silver, number 24, on the bottom of Cy Lynch. Lynch is in the 5th position. All the 5th position is a quicker trip to the trailer tonight, and all after Thompson running ahead of him.
Nothing but plant-based nuggets for the rest of the night unless you get in that top 4. Thornhill turns it across too. Here comes Cy Lynch trying to take a bite out of that apple.
And that is for the final transfer. Thompson up top, the main motorsports car. Lynch, the high roller. 3 car lengths back as they exit turn number 2. They're down to 5 laps to go this time by, as there's time running out on Lynch.
Everybody hugging the bottom. Right now, you just see Colby trying to work something to the top. He drops back to the bottom just to try and pinch off that run from Dominic Gordon. Battle is on once again. It's awfully close through 3 and 4. Not really the groove in the middle, but Colby is working the top. However, Gordon still eyeing job through the inside now. Dominic coming back. Thornhill, what a battle here. We're on lap 12.
Yeah, this is lap action the further back in the field. Your leader, James McFadden's getting into traffic. We got one right in the wall. It's Shira Monte. That's your leader. Crossing right in front of him, and J-Mac with 2 to go. Selzy not even in picture. McFadden, this is his show, as he's going to bring us to the white flag this time around.
Man, how about the anchors? You see the sparks just then out of turn 4. It's awfully busy. 21 car right now. That front wing is ugly. Smashed across the down tubes. J-Mac runs the top in the 21, heading towards victory lane. He knows he's got some work to do to get through in that A. Dominic Selzy will end up in that second spot. Garcia, Thompson, Cy is going to watch this with you and I.
Unfortunately for him, he was never really able to gather up any of that ground that he needed to make up on Thompson once Thompson got about 4 car lengths away from him. So McFadden will start 21 tonight, Selzy 22, and if you like watching fast race car drivers charge from the back, we're already inverting 16 in the A main, and now your move-ups from the B. James and Dominic, 21 and 22. Gage Garcia makes the show in 23. Tyler Thompson, the final transfer spot. We'll start 24. Silent just hoping somebody breaks before we form the field up and might get a chance to sneak in as an alternate.
Maple syrup in victory lane.
One of the all-time upsets would be if Levi beats this field. He is a talented young driver, and we have not seen the syrup drop in quite a long time at Skagit Speedway. He'd be looking forward to him as our new Ford Performance Ford Bronco pace truck pulls her down to the infield. Night one at Dirt Cup A Main is here.
Let's rumble.
Golubic and Klatt, Fisher and Smith, Price and Peck, with a whole host of others. And there's some speed in behind them. Golubic and Klatt will lead them into corner number 3. And out of corner number 4, green flag. We're racing on Dirt Cup Night 1.
Levi Klatt gonna lead him off with turn number 2 down the backstretch, looking to lead his first ever laps in a 410 sprint car. He'll lead lap number 1 at night number 1 of the Dirt Cup. Good battle for 4th. Here comes Justin Peck side by side with Cam Smith. Smith nearly into the wall as they nearly make contact up at turn 4.
Peck trying to move forward early as you see Sanders already sliding up and through behind him. There goes Peck down to the bottom, putting the other black and blue 26 car in his rearview mirror. Justin Peck hauling, he's third.
Boy, Justin Peck on the move, came into this one 11th in points as Levi Klatt continues to set the pace. Here comes Justin Sanders, the former Dirt Cup champion, picks up a spot in a turn 3.
Taking advantage of Cam Smith getting crossed up off the corner, and there goes Sanders grabbing another spot. Very reminiscent of what we watched, I'm going to say, at the Douglas County Dirt Track with Sanders finding the bottom before anybody else. As they move forward, caution lights on the raceway. Caution out.
Jesse Schlottfeld around in turn number 2. Schlotty, a 410 winner here this year, and picked up a win with the Northern Auto Racing Club a couple of nights ago down in Oregon. And the Clint Schlottfeld owned 21 car.
Ford Bronco, Ford Performance Pace vehicle pulls off. The green paint section is where this race will resume, and your leader Klatt can fire off as early as the start of the green, but he has to go by the end of the green, because when they hit the end of the green, the race is on. You can move forward, you can pass, you can change lanes, whatever you want. It's the Interstate Battery's outrageously dependable restart zone. So watch how he times it, and this has been one of the things that drivers in front have had to learn. Is how to throw off the guys behind you, because you can get quite the run. You can see Golubic was hoping that Levi rabbited and went early, had to get off the throttle. That's going to open up the door for Peck, looking downstairs for position 2 here on the restart.
Peck goes down to the bottom, 1 and 2, slide job into turn number 2, move Justin Peck up a spot. Shane Golubic back down to the inside, side by side for second into turn 3. Golubic pushes him up the racetrack. Peck dives down to the inside.
Just a whisker separating these two. Peck slider through the corner. It's a short slider. Bikes it up on the cushion. Golubic now with the crossover. Can he get to the bottom of 3? No can do. Peck holds the spot.
Levi Klatt leads lap 6, but now Justin Peck starts his pursuit of Klatt with 6 in the books to 24 to go. We got one on its side down the backstretch off of turn number 2. 2 of them on their side, actually, Caleb.
On the restart, Sanders got to 4th, but we're going to bring this race to a stop with red flag action. One of them, yep, we can see that off the tail tank. And Mariah was running back in 20th, so in and around her, kind of assume that's going to be one of the cars that caught up.
Her first 410 appearance at Skagit Speedway, made a 360 appearance 2 years ago during Bob's Burgers and Brews Summer Nationals, which Caleb Hart, the Summer Nationals this year, going to pay $26,000 at the end of July, the highest paying 360 show in the country, happening at Skagit Speedway the last week of July, and the other car was James McFadden.
Wow. In stereo.
You owe me a Coke.
You owe me a diet. McFadden was 18th, fully on the mule, and they're going to be right down in center towards the, saying, south end of our pit here. Watch the big screen if you guys are here in the stands. Flow Racing give you as close of a shot as we can get. As McFadden rolls in, the work is going to begin, and they are going to put the mad thrash on, Blake. Here we go.
Look at see Drew Warner there, the crew chief, the one pulling on the top wing.
Let's take a look over to their mule, and they did not bring spare top wing in with them. Some teams will try to piggyback that thing on the mule and go. So without that, unless somebody's going to make the run all the way back out to the hauler, and you need 2 people, because one person top wing in a run is not going to be a good deal. And there you can see, like Trey Starks, who was just in picture, he's got his spare top wing sitting behind the mule.
Yeah,
There it is, upper
right
left
there.
corner of your screen. So they're going to have to do whatever they can to straighten those panels off unless they've got somebody making the mad dash. And I can see a mule crossing over to the back, and I don't know if that's somebody doing them a favor or if that's one of the other teams that's already out.
I think that's Mariah Eads' mule. Seeing that last night, helping them pull their car across the street, that looked like the Ead mule.
Skagit Speedway officials looking on as well. And part of what they're doing is they're just keeping an eye, because if they see something
So, Blake and Caleb, if I can join in for a second, I apologize. The work really almost done here. You can see it there on the Jumbotron on the Flow broadcast. It's just about getting the last two pieces. Now they're focusing on the wing. They had to replace a drag link as well. But other than that, they've pretty well completed this front end change.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. Was saying our Skagit officials are looking in, making sure that not only are the repairs getting made, but they're getting made the correct way, that you're not using a bunch of Bondo and baling wire to try to reattach a rear wing tree here when you're doing 105 miles an hour down the straightaway. So
If I can interject one more time, you can see Jesse Schlossfeld's down here. If you take a look at his right rear, it's flat.
Oh, boy. So Schlottfeld from bad to worst after spinning out.
Yeah, man.
Had to go in and change a right rear.
The attention of Hunter Brady and gang.
Hunter Silva. Soon to have his own merchandise line, by the way.
Right. Saw he's got trading cards. And there he is, Eric List.
So right rear swap on the Schlottfeld cars. Eric is still live and reporting.
Hunter making some changes on the right front as well.
And the rule is here at Skagit Speedway, your work area time is 2 laps once the lineup is formed back up and deemed good. So once the lineup is correct and formed back up, 2 laps is what you have to make the swap. Shane Golobic, Justin Sanders, and Eric Fisher, your top 5. Robbie Price, Cam Smith, Brent Marks, Tanner Holmes, and Scott Boguski round out the top 10.
And Levi Klatt, you gotta wonder what's going through his mind, leading his first career 410 race for the first 6 laps on a big stage here at Dirt Cup. Justin Peck, one of the high rollers in the house.
If you'll remember, the Routine Racing 26 won on opening night last year. Peck trying to hold the form as Klatt gets away, at least at first, here on the restart.
Peck washes up the racetrack, and there's Golobic down to the inside, but Peck able to pull away. Good restart there for Levi Klatt.
There's Golobic coming down off the cushion. Thought about crossing underneath Justin. Justin getting to the bottom of turn number 3 to avoid being slid in that corner. And now Justin Peck trying to beat on Levi Klatt. The battle for the lead is on through 1 and 2.
Here comes Justin Peck. Has it down to 8 car lengths into 3 and 4. Peck rolls the bottom. Justin Peck is roping in. Levi Klatt, they're nearly side by side off of turn 4.
They're starting to develop a nice little slick groove on the exit of 4. There's the slider across the nose, and Justin Peck's got the lead out of turn number 2 as they come to the completion of lap 9. New leader, Justin Peck.
Peck will lead lap number 9, 21 to go, and here comes Shane Golobic. Golobic going after Levi Klatt. Klatt comes to the high side and starts to pull away a little bit from Golobic. Golobic 3rd, Sanders 4th, and Eric Fisher still rounding out the top 5.
Shane moved to the middle that time, at least on corner entry, trying to find something different as you've got a lot of drivers hugging the bottom, only a couple of them up top, and there's some speed up there as you see the full field making their way through, 1/3 of the race down. Peck, your leader. Klatt trying to not let him get too far out as Golobic is hunting for 2nd.
Off of turn number 4, Tanner Holmes side by side with Brett Marks. They're both going after Cam Smith, trying to go 3 wide in turn 2. Marks slams the door closed on Holmes, and here comes Scott Boguski down the backstretch. 3-car battle back in the pack for 7th and 8th. That
Black and white car you see of Smith 7th on the field right now. Meanwhile, top 3 changing around. Justin Sanders gets around Shane Golobic, gets back down the stairs, closes the door firmly, and now Sanders going to go on the hunt for Levi Klatt. We're still before the halfway point of this main.
We absolutely are. 14 now. Oh, yellow for Dominic Selzy on the high side of turn number 2 with 13 in the books and 27 to go. Selzy, one of our B-main transfer cars.
Running 20th at the time. Had not been on the move, so Dominic up against the back straightaway fence, and that brings us to a stop with 17 to go.
Knoxville, you name the race, he's
Toured
won
with
it.
the Outlaws as a driver himself. He's contributed so much. So, we're looking at a lineup. Peck, Klatt, Sanders, Golobic, and Fisher, 1 through 5. Robbie Price, Cam Smith, Brent Marks, Tanner Holmes, Scott Boguski. The high point guy coming into this race was Trey Starks. He's gone 16-11 like you've seen, and we're still before the halfway mark. And Interstate Batteries outrageously dependable restart zone in play.
A bit of a later restart there for Peck. Things get chaotic behind him off of turn 4 there.
Golovic actually got that left front just enough on the apron before going to the high side. 3 wide in behind him for 5th as Fisher under the gun from Cam Smith, who picked off Robbie Price. Now up and around the top, here comes Golovic, and he's got a line on Sanders for 3rd.
Yes, he does. Shane Golovic down to the inside. He'll take the 3rd spot from Justin Sanders. Move Sugar Shane up a spot in the NOS Energy Drink 17 car.
One of the smartest race car drivers you're going to find. Golovic using the back straightaway restart to perfection. Smith has ceded the spot to Price. Price coming after Fisher, and there is Marks and Holmes, the 19 and the 18, after Cam Smith, the black and white 17 in 7th.
Things lining up here as we're curving across halfway. We got one upside down. Is that James McFadden upside down in turn number 2? Ooh. It appears to be so. Man, that is a tough night for J-Mac, and I see him climbing out of the Tarleton & Son 21 car.
That is a no good, very bad, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, even on Australia. High expectations for that team coming in after winning 4 of the 5 races on the NARC fastest 5 days in motorsports on the way up here. The plan of attack thing that's about to happen here is we're 16 out of 30 laps complete, and these drivers are going to get an opportunity to put some fuel in. As you see everybody staging up here on the front straightaway. Now we don't know if this is fuel or if this is full adjustments. We have not heard one way yet, but they're going to swarm from the pit area, and you can see air bottles and tools ready to go. So the pits are assuming that this is going to be a chance to adjust the race car. Two-minute open red. 2-minute open red. It's going to be a quick one. So let's watch out and let's see who scrambles where and what they're going to be working on. There is your race leader, Justin Peck, in the Redeem Racing Angel the Winds Casino Resort 26. Open red, and it's a quick one, Blake, 2 minutes.
Yep. You see A-Rod going to the right rear there, a little tire adjustment. Levi Hillier on the nose wing. Tyler Testmaker, the crew chief, on the Rudine 26. There's Justin Sanders, boy, former Dirt Cup champion. Looks like
he's got a good crew here working with him this weekend. I saw Clayton Snow, who's wrenching on that car a little bit earlier.
Saw Clayton, Brandon Hickman there.
They made a slight wicker bill adjustment on the nose wing. We heard that. We'll see how that race car reacts when we come back to green.
All right, Justin Peck. The Interstate Batteries outrageously dependable restart zone on the backstretch, going to bring us back under fire. Peck, midway through the zone, back on the gas, and we're underway. Not as good of a restart as the last one there for Justin Peck, where Levi Clapp timed it much better.
Top 4 all staying on the bottom. Behind them, they'll watch them fan out for 5th place on back as Golovic challenges Klatt for 2nd. Levi gets around and gets through. It is Klatt, Golovic, and Sanders still 2, 3, and 4. And there's Cam Smith and Tanner Holmes on move in the 18 car picking his way forward.
And former Dirt Cup champion Robbie Price into the top 5 in the 21P car. Hilbert picked up a couple of spots on that restart as we're closing on lap 2018 down. Oh, we got him backed up in turn number 4, but we'll stay green. And meanwhile, Justin Peck pulled away, but Levi Klatt doing a phenomenal job hanging on to 2nd, this time by with 11 to go.
It was Trey Starks, the car crossed up back there. That cost him. As you look at the field, and most of them still in and around the bottom. Holmes going to try to track down on the high side on Price, and behind them, that is 7, 8, 9, and 10 in your viewpoint. Paguski in the white 78 car, he has been 10 for a long while now.
Scott Paguski settling in inside the top 10. Brett Marks is up in the 7th of the 19 cars. Lap traffic right in front of your leader, Justin Peck, with 9 to go, and here's where things get interesting.
Lap times are starting to slow down pretty significantly as well, Blake. We're over a second and a half slower than where we were during time trials and EDP race action. Peck has found something down around the bottom as he comes in on Joel Myers Jr. He's your race leader. That is for 5th in your screen. The 21 of Price, the 18 of Holmes, and Holmes making the bid down low in turn 1.
Tanner Holmes on the move. He'll challenge Robbie Price there for 5th. Price hangs on. They both go to the bottom of 3 and 4, but Tanner Holmes tries it in a little bit deeper and closes in on the 21P.
See if Holmes can make the move coming into 1 and 2. He'll go up top. You see a lot of slick now. up front, race leader in heavy traffic, and Levi Klatt is closing on him. Klatt within 4 car lengths as Peck goes to the top of 1 and 2, looking for racing room as we're coming to 5 to go.
Levi Klatt trying to stun the country and pick up a Dirt Cup prelim win for his first ever 410 sprint car win. Klatt's right there. Shane Golobich's right on his back bumper as well. Oh, here comes Golubich again down the backstretch, battle for second.
This might have been what Klatt predicted. He said we need to get into traffic and see if your leader makes a mistake. Klatt in the 77 right up on the back of Peck. Meanwhile, Sanders has snuck third away from Golubich.
Klatt missed the bottom in turn number 2, and that cost him. Justin Sanders back into 4th as Levi Klatt back on the back bumper, and Justin Peck mired in thick lap traffic. 3 to go, Caleb Hart.
Yeah, Peck trying to get in and around. He's not been able to clear Gage Garcia yet. He's running good laps on the bottom of it. 3rd and 4th, still hotly contested. There's the move! Klatt from the bottom takes the lead with 2 left.
Levi Klatt, can he stun Dirt Cup? Slide job from Peck. Klatt back underneath him. Here we go into turn 3 before they touch into turn number 3.
Sparks flying up as we come to the white flag, and Peck's got the lead. Golobich's coming in side by side with 1 to go into turn 1 and 2. Slider across the nose by Peck. Down the back straightaway, the crossover by Klatt. 2 cars, 1 winner, into 3. Oh no!
Oh my, and Levi Klatt will get the lead back. Eric Fisher around and stopped in turn number 3. Wow.
Okay, so we need to see what the margin was on lap 29 as they crossed, and Levi Klatt was ahead of Peck by .053. That's going to be the difference in leading this race back to green, Blake.
They have any maple syrup at the 77 trailer?
I guarantee you the maple syrup is ready in one of the coolest celebrations we've ever seen.
If he wins, you're not going to want to go anywhere on Flow Racing and here in the grandstands because you're going to want to watch him celebrate. But he's going to have to earn this because he's going to have to hold off Justin Peck, Shane Golobic, Justin Sanders, Robbie Price. Oh boy. You wonder what's his heart rate looking like right now?
Country of Canada couldn't win the Stanley Cup this year, but they can win night 1 of Dirt Cup.
We'll see. Here we go. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable restart zone, green, white, checkered. Levi Klatt, bring us back to green.
He'll take the bottom, avoid getting slid into the corner, and Peck bounces a little bit. Levi gets just a hair of breathing room. Now, white flag coming. Peck slides to the corner. Klatt gets away down the back straightaway.
Wow. Levi Klatt, white flag, flying a quarter mile away from his first career 410 win and just his 16th 410 start.
Show strong, buddy, for Langley, BC, as he's down the back straightaway for the final time. Out of 4, Dirt Cup prelim winner, Levi Klatt.
The Skagit locals.
Peck 2, Golobic 3, Sanders 4, Holmes 5, Mark 6, Price 7, Myers Jr. 8, Smith and Boguski rounding out the top 10. If you had Levi Klatt night 1 on your bingo card, boys and girls, that bingo card's got to be looking awfully full. As the local, all the way from a junior sprint at Deming Speedway to beating one of the best 410 fields in the country for his first 410 win. He has won in all 3 open wheel divisions that race weekly at Skagit Speedway. This pit area is going to be stoked. And you, the fans, will have a chance to go celebrate with them. We will open the gates to the pit area at the edge of the G section in just a couple of seconds. Watch the swarm that comes out to celebrate with the 77. Jeremiah, his dad, Dolly, his mom. Zoe's been a big part of that deal, right down there with him, grabbing the gear away. That is a Favre engine. Rick Favre has been putting Levi in his car all year. They popped his motor in Levi's race car tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, he's climbed from it. Now just wait a second. Big hugs up top. Maple syrup in hand. Levi Klatt The syrup drop on top of the wing. Started that in victory lane a few years ago when we told the world his car was fueled by maple syrup. And look at the joy down trackside. We got to get him up to the stage, but man. There's Mom. Oh, wow. What a cool moment. Top three, Justin Peck and Shane Golubic. We'll get them heading towards the stage as well. Levi, you're going to have all night to celebrate, buddy. Now come do it up on our stage in front of everybody. He's going to have to get through a mob of people to get there. Kevin Rudine with the kudos to the kid. All right, crew, got to let him go. Got to let him get up to the stage so we can get this party officially started. Blake's going to go rope him in and bring him up. Eric List is... Levi starts making his way up there. I had a long conversation today with the driver of the 77 car as he diverts off again. He's going to keep getting pulled in a whole lot of directions. Eric, the conversation that I had with Levi today he said, you know, I'm not going to be able to do this forever. I know it, but hopefully by the time I'm done, I've put together some really cool memories that I'll be able to tell my kid one day that I did. I think tonight that memory for Levi Klatt is the one that will last a lifetime.
Caleb, I couldn't agree more. Ladies and gentlemen, he's out of the car. He's in front of you now. Give him a big round of applause. Levi Klatt. Man, oh man, you and I talked when you were running second. You said that's probably about some of the best you're feeling. You have to be feeling about 10 times better right now, right?
I cannot put it into words. This is the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. Oh, I cannot believe it.
You had to work for that one. You and Justin Peck battled numerous times to lap traffic. Walk us through what that battle was like through your point of view.
That was probably the most intense racing I've ever done. You know, Justin's a real good racer. You know, he's top of the line. I am so proud of that. I told you under the open red I needed some lap traffic or a misstep, and well, I guess I got both of them in one. I got into it a little bit there in 3, but it all worked out, and oh, I cannot believe this.
What's the key to be able to battle like that through lap traffic and picking your lane correctly?
Just go where they're not and pray that he doesn't follow you.
Now, you have a pretty cool tradition, and some people know, but some people don't know. You were drinking something on top of your top wing. Can you please enlighten us on what that was?
So that was some maple syrup, courtesy of a joke made by Caleb Hart back in the sportsman days. Do that every time I win, and it's good luck charm, I guess.
That has to be some of the best tasting maple syrup you've ever had. Who do you need to thank tonight?
Oh, I got to thank my mom, my dad, Rick and Randy Favre for lending me the motor, Orca Auto Sales, Chilliwack Ford, Company 22, Capstone Plastering, TM Anderson Law Firm, Cogswell Cogs, Triple X Race Co. for giving me a fabulous race car, and everybody else that I'm forgetting because I am up on cloud 9 right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear you, Levi Klatt. Well, Justin Peck and Shane Goldberg will make their way up to the stage here in a moment. We'll get them up top and we'll have a little chat here with Justin. And man, I was able to talk to Levi. That battle through lap traffic. Walk through, what was your point of view?
I don't know. I just made a couple bad moves there. I tried to float the middle for 5 or 6 laps there and couldn't make it work one time. So I figured, let's keep trying this and you leave the door open. I saw his nose at least once or twice there, and I could just kind of squeak off just enough and kind of get a run down the hill and grab the grip to get down into one. And at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to making better decisions, maybe leaving the wing for a little further forward. I just, I was pretty tight that whole race, but it worked out for the first half of that race. Like, it was still kind of dirty, and I could kind of get through the dirty grip pretty nice and like make a big run off of forward down the front stretch. So I figured, I'll leave the wing back and just try to keep making those runs. It didn't work. I mean, it's, especially there after that last restart, like, he could stick it kind of wherever he wanted to, and he drove a really smart race, like getting through them lap cars, like just kind of going where I wasn't, and what won him the race there was on that restart. He was able to get off of 4, 10 times better than I did. So that was kind of that was all she wrote for that. But hats off to Tyler and Brandon and A-Rod. We put ourselves in a position to win tonight, and I didn't get it done. So we'll try to be a little faster for tomorrow, try to get the handling and the balance a little bit better. That's a brand new engine we got from Shaver, a couple days ago. So that's the first night on a brand new Ford Performance engine. So things seems to be running pretty good. Just got to work on a race car a little bit. Try to put the Rudian Racing, Racer Dean Foundation, Ford Performance, Hager Realty, 26 in Victory Lane tomorrow.
Well, Justin Peck brings it home in second. We'll talk to Shane Golbeck over in third. Now, you had to work for that one, too. Numerous times, you and Justin Sanders trading it back and forth. What was that like? What did you have to do to get the upper hand on him?
Yeah, it was frustrating, to be honest. Just didn't get a great first lap in there to get out front. That would have been huge. And then I just kind of got to battling with Justin and then the other Justin there as well. Just made some bad decisions and really shouldn't have been back there, battling that way. My car was really good. Just kind of made some bad decisions at bad times and got ourselves in a spot where we just had to fight way too hard to kind of keep up there. And I'm happy to come back third. We were back to fourth there for a little bit, but my Nasser Junior guys will work on this thing and we'll get it back ready again for tomorrow. Hopefully qualify a little bit better and get a better position in points. But going from the pole to third is frustrating for sure. That's definitely the theme of the race for me.
What notes can you take in tomorrow in the next 2 days?
We'll watch this race back and try and figure out where we missed. I don't think our car's far off. I think I have some things I can clean up, but overall I think we have speed and our car feels good. It's the first night on this car ever, so it's good to feel comfortable in it right off the bat. So we'll tinker on it and try again tomorrow.
Shane Golbeck comes home in third, but Levi Klatt picks up the win on the opening night of the 53rd annual Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup.
Thank you, Eric. What a night it was. A reminder, if you're leaving the grandstands at this time, to please take your seats, blankets, etc. with you. That is for helping us get the facility clean and ready for you guys tomorrow. Your seats are reserved, so you don't need to leave that stuff down. Please take your seats, your blankets, etc. with you as you exit tonight. If you do not, we will remove them, set them outside the facility before tomorrow begins. I want to thank everybody who was involved with the show tonight. Got to let you guys know we've got more coming up on Flow Racing here with all of our fine folks in here coming up on the broadcast.